Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be covering day 7 recap of the trial of Chad Daybell. I am Rebecca, your host, also known as Crafting Journey. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I am so glad to have you. And if you're just checking it out, don't forget to subscribe. Yes, it's free. Anyway, let's get to the day 7 of Chad Daybell. Chad Daybell is charged with the murder of his current wife's 2 children, JJ Vallow, who was 7 and autistic at the time of his murder, and Tylee Ryan, who was 17 years old at the time of her murder. He's also charged with the murder of his former wife, Tammy Daybell. Yes. Now, Lori has already been tried and convicted of all of these murders and is serving multiple counts of life in prison without the possibility of parole. Chad is facing the death penalty in this case. So they finished up the testimony the other day on Friday of Melanie Gibb. She had a few other things to say, and I'll just go over them really quickly that I did not talk about. She talked about having a discussion with Lori about Tammy Daybell. Lori felt like Tammy suspected that she and Chad were having an affair, but that Lori knew that she was going to be continuing her mission on the other side of the veil. So Chad had been telling people for years, apparently, that his wife was going to die an early death. This was a vision that he had seen. So even before he met Lori, this was something he had been telling people. And Melanie knew Chad before he met Lori. But Lori felt like Tammy would be okay with her and Chad having an affair, being together, because she was going to be continuing her mission on the other side of the veil. So Melanie talked about how towards the beginning of October 2019, after the deaths of JJ and Tylee, they started labeling Tammy as being dark. Now, Melanie had explained before what this light and dark teaching was of Chad Daybell, to his inner circle, and Melanie was part of that inner circle. And Chad would tell people that some certain people were light. That means they had a contract with Jesus and they were good people. But you could be turned dark, or you could come into this world dark, meaning you had a contract with the devil. So that teaching evolved over time, and they started labeling these people as zombies. So that included Charles Vallow, Brian Boudreau, Tylee Ryan, JJ Vallow, Tammy Daybell, the police. Everybody was dark. Yeah, crazy. And at one point, Melanie asked Alex, Lori's brother, her protector in prior lives and in this life, did he 100% believe what Chad was dishing out? And he's like, oh, yeah. Oh, I believe it. I do. He was pretty gullible, that guy, I think. So she talked about these portals. There's this thing about portals. Lori would say she's gone through the portal and she was communicating with Chad. So apparently portals are something that are created through prayer, and it's where you can go. It's a place where you can go and you can communicate with someone else. So Lori would have these portals where she would go and communicate with Chad. Now, I think that's a great way to have a relationship. Just open up a portal in your house, and whenever you feel the need to, I'm sorry, I had to go there. And then if you don't feel the need, you just shut the portal. Anyway, no dating, none of that stuff. Just open a portal. Okay. So the other testimony that I wanted to talk about, I talked about yesterday about the FBI supervisor came in on the stand Friday, and he talked about the James and Elena novel. Those were that 2 chapters that I read that was, nauseatingly erotic. I guess if you're into that sort of thing. I like erotic fiction. I'm not gonna lie. I like erotic fiction. But the whole leggings, loins thing was just too much for me. No. A little over the top. Um, anyway, this FBI supervisor also talked about how on August 7th, a weekend before the children were murdered, Chad and Lori had a little text message discourse going on. He was away with his family, and she was kind of jealous, I think. And she was telling him, go be with your family. And, she was mad at him. She wasn't responding to some of his texts. So he tells her, I've got so-and-so here, which was a dead relative of hers. And he wants me to let you know that you're no longer protected. But if you just send me some kind of sign, some kind of an emoji, I'll reinstate your protection. Like, is he that full of himself that he can protect people? So she sends him, she tells him she loves him, and he says, okay, I'll restore your protection. What? Okay, I'm sorry, this is insanity. Insanity, yeah. Okay. So the most important person on the stand yesterday, there was a lot of people on the stand yesterday. There was a principal of JJ's elementary school in Rexburg, Idaho, and he testified that Lori called and said, well, Lori rolled JJ. When she didn't fill out all the paperwork. So he said he called her to let her know she needs to come fill out the rest of this paperwork. And when he did, she says, oh, it's okay. We're moving. We're going to wherever she said they were going to. And he says, well, can I send this stuff over can I send some stuff over there? And she's like, no, we're going to homeschool him. Okay. And that was the end of that. Very quick testimony. They also had on the stand a babysitter who Lori hired to babysit JJ Vallow one time. And this babysitter said, he was a challenging little boy, but, she enjoyed it. And she offered to babysit for Lori in the future, and it just never happened. Yeah. So Colby Ryan took the stand. Colby Ryan is Lori's oldest son. Through her marriage, his biological father is Lori's second husband. However, he was adopted by Lori's third husband, Joe Ryan. So Colby has the Ryan last name, Colby Ryan. But Joe Ryan was not his biological father. He was Tylee Ryan's biological father. So Tylee was his half-sister, and JJ was his adopted brother. Now, the prosecutor put up pictures of Tylee and JJ, and he identified them for the jury, and he got very tearful. Clearly this is upsetting for him to talk about. And I mean, poor guy. So he was at work. He worked, I think, at a gym. Anyway, he gets a call from Lori, or a text, not even a call. He gets a text from Lori that Charles has died from a heart attack. So he leaves, and he gets over to Lori's house that early evening. He walks in. Tylee answers the door. She's upset. He sees Alex sitting in the middle of the living room. He's got bandages all over his head. And he's like, what happened to you? And he says, well, Charles attacked me, and I had to get my gun and shoot him. So now he's learning that Charles was murdered by Alex. And he said Lori at the time seemed very calm, unrattled. She seemed to not care about all this. So following that, he did say that Tylee did get money from Joe Ryan. And Lori would tell everybody that all of this money was for all of them. So he would ask Lori for money, and Lori would have Tylee send it through Venmo from her account. And it doesn't sound like he did it often, but this continued even after we know the last proof of life of Tylee, that he continued to ask for money, and Lori would send it through Tylee's Venmo account. Now, he said he did talk to Tylee, the last time he talked to her, I think he FaceTimed with her on September 8th, and then there were messages from her later on that day. But the last time he actually saw her was shortly before that, when Lori shows up at his door with Tylee and JJ and lets him know that they're moving. And he said Tylee seemed very upset, but Lori would not tell him where they were going to move to. He didn't know. That was on August 30th, outside of where he worked, that she showed up. Now, interestingly enough, his testimony, they never played a phone call. There's a phone call between him and his mom after she goes to jail that is just gut-wrenching, and you have to hear this, but it was not played for the jury. So I don't know if it's going to be played at some later time, but I'm going to play it for you now so you get a little feeling of, what was going on in this case. And they could call Colby back to the stand and play it at some later point. Or maybe, we don't know. I don't know if there was a motion ahead of time that this phone call be kept out, because it really doesn't have much to do with Chad at all. It's just this phone call between Lori and her son. But in any case, very, very sad. So he's very, very angry with his mother, very angry with his mother. So here is the phone call.
Hello? You think you got it for me? Probably because you maybe you should understand.
I didn't. Sorry that
you didn't do anything, right? Mom, I have prayed for you in my worst moments. I have prayed for my siblings who swore to me were okay. I thought I could trust you. I thought that you were a completely different person. I don't know a murderous mother.
You can make judgments when you weren't there and you don't know what happened.
What happened?
Everyone's making their own judgments.
Mom, you've been shoving BS on my throat for a very long time. I'm going to talk to you.
You can be mad.
Hey, listen to me. I'm not mad. Listen to me. Fine, listen to me. I sat there and prayed. I can't tell you the amount of pain that I have felt from your decisions in Jesus Christ's name. It kills me to watch you sit here and tell me this is a trial. It kills me to watch you take the victim's route and say that this shouldn't have happened to you. When you are telling me that Chad Daybell came into your life, and all of a sudden, everything changes. I'm talking about my spirit feels this. I prayed. I trusted you. I gave you every chance I could past my own limitations as a human being. I pushed past all of everything to try to get to you, to help my own mother. You lied to me, specifically to me, more times than I can count. To know that they're gone, and you knew, and my phone's being texted by my sister, who's not even alive, my little brother, who's the sweetest little kid ever, what purpose? Can you tell me that this is God's will for my whole family, including my stepfather, to be dead? After everything that you've tried to tell me, you can tell me right now that Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world, is on your side. You tell me that with all conviction in your heart that Jesus Christ is on your side right now. Please.
I can't tell you that.
Say it. Say his name. Say that he told you. And you followed him like exactness. Because I have prayed for you. I sat there and tried my best to forgive you and Chad and Alex. And I was deceived. And I was broken by my own mother. What are you doing? What are you doing? I prayed to Heavenly Father, and I said, you tell me, Father.
All right. Have all made instructions. They think they know what happened. They think
I don't care about other people.
what happened. They think they know what's wrong.
Do you know that you told me?
Everything.
Do you know that you told me?
You weren't there. So
You're right. I wasn't there. I was kept
that's
in
right.
the lab.
And one day,
Two kids
you will know.
murder.
One day,
Murder.
you will know what actually happened.
You're right. You know what, Mom?
And we all will stand there with everything.
You're absolutely right. He will convict the people who act in his name with pure blasphemy. This is funny? This is funny? This is funny. You're laughing like this is funny. How come your camera's on, Mom? You don't want to look at me in the eye? How can you look at me? It's just you and me. I'm in my house alone.
I love you. I always love you. One day you will see and one day you will understand.
Go ahead and
I
hang
do
up.
love
See
you.
how that works for you. You gonna hang up?
I don't have anything else to say. You obviously don't know.
Let me tell you
You weren't
something.
there. You weren't there. Summer wasn't there. My mom wasn't there. The police weren't there. The FBI weren't there.
You're right.
Nobody
Mom
was there.
Tyler and JJ, Mom.
Yeah, and guess what? They know. They know exactly what happened.
Backyard.
And they love me. And we're still together forever. They love me. And they are fine. And they do know the truth. And I know the truth. And we're the only people that do. So you can judge me, Colby, all day long. Go ahead and judge me. The whole world has. The whole world has judged me.
Listen to me.
They don't know, and you don't know. You know what I've been through, and you didn't even give a crap what they've been through. Nobody does. Except for me. I'm the one that knows. I am the one that was in the hospital with Tylee for hundreds of days watching her suffer. I am the one that was there doing everything with JJ every day. I was the one who did it all these years.
You did it all to throw it in the garbage. They're not.
You don't know what happened. You don't know what happened.
It freaking matter what happened if they're buried in your new husband's backyard. Tell me that matters what happened. You tell me that you did this in Jesus' name, Mom. I have to hear that out of you. You believe it and you are not afraid. Every witness of Christ will scream his name when he comes back. So you are that person.
I am that person. I am that person.
Christ.
And he will come to you. Oh, yeah, Colby, because that's what it is. You don't even know. You weren't even
When
there.
I
You don't even know.
When I see outside in October, what did you tell me? What did you tell me? What lies did you feed me? Why would you lie to me if you were if you're with the Lord and you've seen him, and I'm just talking purely to you, and you've seen Jesus Christ, where's the fear? Why wouldn't you tell me something? Why were you afraid? Why is everyone against you? Why is everything
Okay,
against my mom?
you can be against me all you want. One day, we will all stand there with Jesus. We will all stand there with Jesus, and you will know the truth. of everything.
Hey, isn't it?
Not for me.
You're telling me that this was all done in light. Say it. Tell me that this was done in Jesus' name.
You don't know what happened.
Why? Why don't I know, Mom? Oh, because I was kept in the dark to protect me? You know who needed protecting? My little dead siblings. That's who needed protecting, Mom. This
Where were you
is
to do
not
that? Is that what you think you did?
You ran away.
I hadn't been.
A month later, you ran away. I never wanted you guys to leave. I would have taken those kids in 1 second. I would bring them into my home, and I would have taken care of them. That's not even a question to me.
Yeah, everybody
You
says
can't say that you know.
Everybody says that.
Says it now. Where was my offer?
I'm saying
Well, you
I did everything for them.
Well, me and Peter Griffin run away together in Hawaii? How about that? If you had offered me, you would have known. You cannot sit here and lie.
That's what everybody thinks. That is not the truth. Okay? That's what people are
They were
thinking.
murdered,
They're
twisted
assuming.
around, and you walked away. So
No, you don't know that. No, that is not what happened. That is not what happened.
You tell me what happened. If you can tell me what happened, then I don't care. If you can actually explain it, then it's different.
I would love
But you
to
can't.
talk to you about it.
Mom, you've been saying that you've been wanting to tell me for a very long time, and you never say it. You have no idea how much pain I have felt in my body. I feel like I could die. My own mom, my siblings, and my whole family, my dad, everyone is gone except for you, and you're in jail because of it. I have prayed to Heavenly Father himself and asked him to help me survive this. Do you understand the freaking earthquake that has been caused? Do you know how many people are hurt and broken now? And you're telling me that there's a reason? Why are you following Chad down the rabbit hole, Mom? Why would you follow anybody that is not good? How can you follow someone that cannot lead you to salvation in Jesus, Mom? You can't lie to me anymore. You can't pretend anymore. You can't hide anymore. If you want to tell me what happened, I called you for that very reason. You had enough condemnation for the whole time and eternity, but you're telling me that you're going to stand in front of Jesus Christ and you're going to be fine. Then I'm still praying for you. I am still praying for you. I don't know where the lies and all these things are written. I don't see it. I never have. The light of Jesus Christ is the most powerful thing that's ever lived. It's the most loving, embracive thing that has ever happened to this world. And I pray that you see him and fall into his grace. I pray every day. I pray no matter how mad I am at you, no matter how bad I want to hit your husband in the face with a shovel. I pray for you. I pray for him. You ripped my heart out. You ripped out everyone in this family's heart out.
Yeah, you can tell how angry he is with his mom. And I wish they had played that for the jury. But, hopefully the jury will have enough information without it to convict Chad Daybell. But I just wanted you guys to hear it. So I'm going to be covering the today's testimony. I will recap that for you live tomorrow. And I hope you all have a great day. Take care. Bye.